Hello, hello, good morning. We're live, I think. Yep. Hmm. Okay. Back in Zbrush again. I got my little lantern here all detailed up. I just have one last part to do here on the top. I'll zoom in on that here. Or actually, let me give a little preview. You guys can kind of see what I was trying to get. I wasn't sure what to do for the glass. Because, you know, it's not like the glass blowing techniques I think they used. I don't know how they made glass back in the medieval times or whatever. But I think when I texture that, I'm hoping it'll look good. Because it kind of looks like metal right now. But that's also just kind of the nature of the matte caps. But like this chalk one is pretty representative of how basic, how it looks without any real color or shading. But I really like this one. I like this matte cap. Okay, so let me just give you a quick rundown of what I did. We'll solo this out. And not what I wanted to do. This is I started off with insert multi-mesh brush for this piece. It was, I think it was one of these. A little load up and we'll hit him. It was this piece. Oh, that's crazy. I didn't know it did that. But anyways, it was how are you? It was this one, the hold, and this hold too. That's the that part there. I'm gonna modify it in a second here, but I wanted to finish sculpting this part first, so you guys can kind of see what I did with it. So what I did was I just kind of I dynameshed it, and then I pulled the sides out to match up with this a little better. And I think I'm gonna just knock this part down some more. I want it to look like, oh, and before I forget, you're wondering why that looks a little pixelated, or why can't I think of the term right now? I not dynameshed, decimated it. Sorry, little little sleepy right now. Kind of waking back up. I added these little bolts for the details. It's kind of where it screws together. A couple down here. But back to this piece, and I'm going to use the same process on this piece that I used on the metal frame. Pretty simple little workflow. I just used, what I did was I have Sculptress on, and with the smooth brush, whoops, I turned the intensity down to 0 for now. And I just kind of went through and smoothed it just to add that free geometry without really modifying. You can see here, without really modifying the shape of it. That's the nice thing about taking the intensity all the way down. It doesn't alter your shape too much. Gonna make sure I got it everywhere. There we go. That should work. And then I just went through the trim dynamic brush, probably at a smaller size here. Kind of knock the edges down again. Sure I'm getting what I want. Knock this part down. I want it to look like something that was not cast out of a mold, but like kind of pounded out. We want to knock this part down. Flat, same thing. I got what I still holding the original shape that I wanted. Knock that just so it matches up down there a little better. So not gonna ever really see that. I mean, this is gonna be like pretty far. Probably gonna be that big in my in my diorama set. Okay. So from there, I just jumped over to the Orbs noise brush. Kind of see it if I. Whoa. Sorry about that. The Orb Rock noise. And I think I can just turn Sculptress Pro off for now. And I just kind of, whoa, that's not the right brush. Let me turn this up, turn the size up, and just lightly like tap the surface here and there. I really don't need a ton of micro detail like this. It's I'm going for a stylized look, and you generally don't have that much micro detail, but that's fine. And then from there, I just went with this Q flatten brush, and I'm going to turn symmetry off, turn the brush down, play a little more, maybe down to 40. That's probably a little too much. Turn it down just a little more. Then I just kind of flattened it down. I like to go smaller here so I don't get that giant indentation. Go smooth. This is just to get rid of, not get rid, but flatten out. That extra detail that's in that the noise brush put on there. I just want some surface noise to make it look like it's not perfect metal. You know, this is it's kind of like these are things that the blacksmith, I guess, would have to be making a lot of parts. And so the metals he's using and the time and quality of the work are not as high as if he was making something that was one of a kind. You know, these are like mass produced, as much as they could mass produce things. And this will really show up with the bakes for the texture maps. It just makes it a lot more interesting when you do your bakes in Substance Painter or Marmoset, whatever you choose, or even Xnormal. Knock that part down. I'm just going to tap it. I don't want to dent it up too much there. But I like to do this, the flattening, without the symmetry. That way each side is slightly unique. I do the noise with the symmetry because it doesn't really matter because it looks so random anyway. Up a little too much right there. Same thing as the rest. They're just, oops. We're knocking it down, getting rid of, I don't want to say getting rid of, flattening out, I should say. That detail in there that I put in. So it looks a little more simple. Then next I go with the AJ chip brush. And I might have to use Sculptress with this. Let's see what happens. Yeah. So what I'll do is make the brush super small. Let's see. I think I want to use, I might have to remesh this. See what happens when I dynamesh it. Nope. Need to turn that up. All right. I'm going to turn that off for now. Turn Sculptress off and let's see how our brush works. There we go. Now I'm going to turn the intensity down quite a bit, maybe 40. And it looks like I'm making these really big. but this is such a small piece that I kind of have to make them big because I'm going to be really far out. Well, not far out, but it's not going to, you're never going to be this close to it, really. Just kind of randomly placing these to be enough. Then I'm just going to take the H polish and just kind of polish everything. Let me make this a little bigger and not quite. Just to smooth it all out so that it's kind of got a look that it was metal that had been worked. I don't want these to look like rocks, you know what I mean? Like metal's got a slight like polish almost to it. Although it's stylized, so there's a lot of freedom with that. But it's the workflow that I've picked and that I've used on the rest of the metal, so it's important to maintain that consistency. That way when I texture it, even though it's all going to be the same color and use the same like smart material and Substance Painter, it'll still hold more consistency and be more recognizable right away as, oh, okay, that's, you know, that's metal. Like if you look straight on with it when I do it, all I do is kind of dull it out a little bit, just a little bit. Like you can see, like this one's still pretty sharp around the hole, and I just one or two little dabs on there, I guess. Like when you rotate around it, it still catches the detail, but from straight on, it's kind of been dulled out a little bit. I'm gonna get these sides a little more. Like this one will be easy to spot. Like right now, you can really catch that highlight on the edge, and just a little boop, dab knocks it down. Same thing there. This one, definitely don't want that top one to be so strong. Make sure none of them are too noticeable. There we go. Now it matches the rest of it. Need a little drink. And we'll switch to this piece now. And I have not done much to this piece. So what I think I'm going to do is let's see, I think I'm going to hold Control, make a duplicate, and I'll just leave that right there for now. I'll switch Actually, you know what? I have a better idea. Let me go into Z Modeler. I'm just gonna insert a loop right there. And just wanna make that more like a chain link. Now I'll duplicate it. And same thing, I will insert another loop here. I'm not too concerned about it being ultra accurate. Let me polygroup that. And okay, that not quite. There we go. I need to polygroup that one. There we go. Now that it's almost good, I think, if it has oops. A little bit of randomness to it. And I need to bring that down just so that and that'll work for that. So I'm gonna duplicate this. Let me rename it so I don't get lost in my names. In links and duplicate. Hide one of them, the original. And that'll be the, I should be able to use it as the low poly. I'm not planning on doing a lot of modifications to it. So let's go ahead and Dynamesh it. This is my duplicate. And I do want it to hold that like ridge look a little bit. And I think I'm just gonna jump, or let's see how we do with Dynamesh at this level. Oh no, I need to turn groups on, then Dynamesh. There we go. And let's just solo this one out. Turn symmetry on. Knock these down. I'm going to take the orb flatten brush beforehand. Turn that on. See, the workaround for Sculptress Pro when you want to is to select that part and mask it out, and then you're free to use Sculptress Pro. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. Oh. Just kind of want to not totally eliminate these because I do like the way it looks. I just want to make it look a little more rough and chaotic. They don't have perfect, perfect forging techniques. Why is it so aggressive on that side? Makes sense. Weird. Just smooth it out then. Huh. Oh, it's weird how it does that sometimes. Like the brush just like completely, oh look, it's like doubling up. That's crazy. Just turn it off. I'll just turn it off and do it old school. Hey, welcome. Just sculpting some simple details on this chain link here. Nothing fancy. I got the I don't know if you caught it, I got my lamp or lantern, excuse me, detailed out. I did the glass, the metal, added some simple screws, and now I'm just chipping away at this chain link. Make this bigger. Just kind of roughing it up. I dynameshed it, and then I used I'm using Sculptress Pro now to get more detail on it. Thanks, appreciate that. We'll see how it turns out once I texture it. I think that might be a little too rough. It doesn't, I think I'm just gonna smooth this with the H polish. See how that works. Yeah, I think that'll be better. It's such a small piece. I'm probably, not probably, I have a bad habit of overthinking and overworking my props. Yeah, that definitely looks better. And I'll just do the same thing down here. Let me turn that on. First I'll hit it with Sculptress Pro with the smooth. And let me do the same thing to this piece. smooth it out. It actually works really well. Smooth this out, the Sculptress Pro, and I have the smooth set to 0. Or I guess it's on. Oh, it's because I'm on a different subtool. I guess the intensity is up. But I actually like the result it's giving me, so I'm gonna stick with it. Now I think I can turn that off. Just kind of. I don't even think I need to do any of that. I'll just do a little bit. So it looks a little more dented and metally. And let's do a quick test render. And I think I'm happy with that. But I do know that I need to add, I'm going to hop to my bolts here. I need to put some little screws on this part. So let's jump into the yeah. You know what they say, the devil's in the details. It is, that's not the right one. It's easy to get carried away though, I noticed. Like I have a bad habit of getting carried away with my details. Especially for the style I'm going for. I'm going for the, you know, like a, not quite as cartoony as World of Warcraft, but very similar. Like a League of Legends, World of Warcraft. So I really need to reel it in. Okay, that's not symmetrical for some reason. Let's see, it's called. There we go. One there. And one right there. And let me rename this while I'm here. Where is it? These are not the chain links. These are screws. No problem, man. Have a good day. Thanks for dropping by. I'll be back on Monday if you are interested. I'm gonna try to do try to get to the Substance Painter part on Monday. I'm gonna do the retopo over the weekend, and then texture it in Painter, or bake it in Marmoset and then texture it in Painter. So yeah, drop by if you're interested. All right. Okay, so we got, I think that's gonna be good for the model, and I think I want to try something a little different. No, I need to stick to the plan. Stick to the plan. Okay, so I'm gonna, since this piece is super high res, I need to make a duplicate. I always like to make a duplicate of my parts. That way I can, if I screw up, I have something to fall back on. what should I call this? Mount. And so right now this piece is, we're basically looking at 200, almost 300,000 points or verts. I'm just going to pre-process. I have it decimate in the corner here of my custom interface. And then decimate current. And we're down to 50,000. And since this is such a small piece, I'm going to do it one more time. And now we're down to 11. That's great. Because that's, oops, let me hide that one. You know, it's going to be pretty far. This lantern is going to be about that big. So let me do the same thing with the chains here. Solo it out. And we're looking at about 87,000. So we could definitely do better. And let me do a duplicate. Turn the original off. Reprocess. Decimate. And 17. I could probably go lower just because it's such a small piece. I almost actually like that better. All right, now I need to, I'm going to go to the skin shader. I'm just going to give everything a ID cut, ID color or polypaint to be used as my ID color. So for this piece, this is going to be metal, so I will just go ahead and make this. I like to kind of make it as sort of like the color that it's going to be. And this is metal. Fill that. And for the screws, those would be the same color, so we'll just, yeah, those are metal too. But just in case I need to select them for some reason, I will make them red. And for this piece, I'm going to go like a very dull yellow. And for the glass, same thing, a dull yellow. You know what? I don't think I need to make the screws that color. I'm just going to make them the same, that same gray. Because I'm just going to bake that detail into the normal map of the low poly. And that'll be our lantern. We'll see how it looks once I texture it. I'm still a little, I've never really done glass before, so I'll have to figure something out for that. But yeah, I've got what I need. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm going to save first of all. Oops. And I'm just going to kind of eliminate things that I don't need. Hold on. There we go. Now let me hide everything. This is my original blockout. And since I just saved, I'm going to delete all the parts that I don't need now. This is my frame that I Z-remeshed and then use the live boolean to create. I'm going to delete that. The glass I'm going to keep. The original chain link I'm not going to keep. This one I'm going to keep. That's going to be the low poly for the chain link. And this is the Dynamesh version, and I don't need that one. And this is the decimated version, so I'm going to keep that. Let me just, we'll call this one chain links I. Whoops. Ooh, I cannot type today. And then we'll call this one low. I'm just going to do that now with all of them. Glass I. What is going on? There we go. There it is. And this will be frame. I don't think I'll need to do much with this. I think I'll be able to use this as the low poly, but let me double check, see how this one lines up with it. Let me turn this off for now. Here we go. Oh no, I'm definitely gonna have to do a retopo of it. But I can use that as the base. And we'll call this I. No, that's not frame. This is the mount. Wait. Oh, that's my that's the original sculpt, which I don't need in this file, so I'm going to delete that one. This is the mount. The low. Okay, there we go. Getting organized. And top glass. Top glass high. You know what? I think I'm going to merge the glass pieces. So let me shoot this up to the top, hold shift, and we'll pop this one to the top, and then we'll merge it down. Should be Yeah, because these will be safe to bake. I should have made this hollow. You know what? I still can. So what I'm going to do to make this hollow is I'm going to make a duplicate. And shrink it down. Let me I'm gonna shrink it down. But I'm gonna pull it up vertically. And now I will use that as a cutter. Let me just turn that off. So I'll start here. Let's turn light boolean on. And that is exactly what I want. I love it. And then we will, I got my make boolean mesh button up here. Make boolean mesh. And I should be able to insert, oops, a U-mesh and hide these two. And let me go back to my original. And now I will take this piece, delete hidden, and delete that one. And now I have my hollowed out top and bottom. And I'm going to just merge down. Nope. Damn. No. Oh no. I forgot, whenever you merge down, you have to make sure you're on the right subtool. So now I'm on the right subtool. But what happened is I hit Control Z and it deleted my bolts. But that's okay because I have them in another file. So luckily I can go back to the other file and just extract the bolts out of that file. Okay, and then so we get chain, so we get the glass high, mount low, mount high, and then this is the frame high. All right. And let's just go ahead and unsolo everything. And now I think I can just export this as an FBX using the FBX plugin. Import export. I'll just drop this over here for now. And I'm going to hit I want to export. Yeah, I want to export everything. And I want to make sure I have polypaint enabled. It doesn't really matter for the low poly ones, but I'll just leave that on anyway. I think for the glass, I need to, there we go. I'm going to leave the low poly stuff just white. So I'll probably just remove that anyway. Or I don't need to worry about vertex colors on the low poly, because I'm going to extract the vertex color information from the high poly. So I'm going to export all, and go ahead and export. Let's see, let's lantern. I need to add a folder. I need to try to stay organized. Lantern. I'm gonna call this from Zbrush. That way I know exactly what it is and where it's from. And it can take a few minutes, not a few minutes. It can take, well, I guess sometimes it can take a few minutes to export as an FBX. I've noticed the FBX files just take a minute. I think we're done. So with any luck, get Blender here. And oh, that's right. This was a totally ZBrush file. Yes, center. And hopefully this will work out. Wait. Blender projects. Lantern. So I'm going to select that file, but the scaling is different. So I think you have to scale it up by 100 when you import from ZBrush. Pretty sure it's 100. But we'll find out. We'll just import. It's going to take a minute. And there we go. Ah. That looks pretty good. And because we took the time to name everything, Blender recognizes it. So what I can do is I can go ahead and I'm going to turn off all the high poly stuff. I'm going to go ahead and hide this lamp and make it unselectable. Deselect, and I'm going to box select this. This is the low poly chain link and mount part. And I'm just going to move this to another layer. I'll move it right there. And what I'll end up doing is putting all my low poly stuff on that layer just to stay organized. And then we can unhide all the stuff. And now we have just our high poly stuff on this layer. And this thing's huge right now as far as like the actual size I'm going to have it once I build the diorama. But for now, we'll just keep it like this. it'll be easy. But first, before I forget, let me save this file. Whoops. Save as, and we'll call this one 5. Now I will go hop back into 4. Whoops, hold on. I want to open it, not save it. And we still have the bolts, so that is good. But I don't think I have my bolts up there yet. Weird. It's okay, not a big deal. We'll just jump back into that insert multi-mesh brush. Got that selected. Got my stylus. Woo. Sorry. Alt click, grab this part, and turn symmetry on, and we'll just drop a bolt there, and drop one right here. And we'll do fill object. And let's see, let's split hidden. Actually, let me go the other way. Now we'll split hidden. And down here we have I'm going to shoot that up to the top. It is not the mount. And I got the screws below it. Now I'm at the screws, so if I merge down, one or more of the, okay, let me turn colorize off for now. Screws. Merge down. One or more of the subtools is partially hidden. Okay, visibility. Show part, unhide all. What? Don't understand. It says that I've got a part hidden. Maybe it's this one? Oh. Oh, I already had them. Okay, I guess I don't need these. All right, I did have them. They were hidden. That's what was going on. Okay, so now I can jump back up to my exporter and just hit selected. And I want to export with the vertex color. We'll solo these out. And we'll hit export. And we'll just call those screws. Save. Alt tab into Blender. And we're going to keep those in the high poly layer. And there we go. It's a thing of beauty. Yeah, and I like this matte cap because I feel like it can see everything nice. Here are the grid. There we go. All right, so I think we're gonna call it there. I got everything imported, all the high poly stuff. Now I just need to do a retopo. I'm probably not gonna stream that because I've noticed that a lot of people don't. It's just kind of boring. Maybe I will, just so maybe some of it. Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll retopo some of it in the stream. I might try to actually retopo in 3D Coat. I haven't used it in a while, and I noticed there was an update, so I thought it might be fun. Let me know what you guys think. If you'd rather see me do a retopo or partially some of the retopo in Blender or 3D Coat. But yeah, we're ready to roll into the retopo phase. And that's going to be a stream for today. So over the weekend on Saturday, I'll do a little game stream tomorrow. That's like my mandatory take a break day from digital art. A little bit of World of Warcraft, exploring Azeroth, and then on Monday we'll do some of the retopo stuff. I might do some of it anyway on the side, but I'll definitely stream some of the retopo. But yeah, thanks for tuning in, you guys. If you liked the video, hit that like button. And if you want to get notified when I go live, hit that subscribe and bell icon. And I will see you guys next time. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Have a good weekend.